Hey guys, how you going? Welcome to Tuesday. So I've just got a question for you. What are you putting in your body? What are you fueling your body with on a daily basis? If you are wanting to live a real, fuck yes life where you're waking up with, oodles of energy and ready to get started on the day and kickstart life, how can you actually believe that this is possible if you are fueling your bodies with nasties? So when I say nasties, I mean things like lots of packaged foods, refined sugars, lots of really high fat foods, takeaways, anything that's kind of really not nutrient dense or good for you, packets of chips and chocolate and all that stuff is okay, but really in moderation. It shouldn't be something that you're eating on a daily basis. So I used to eat a lot of crappy food and my energy levels were just sapped. I used to struggle to get out of bed and I just felt like shit 90% of the day. And then I kind of looked at what I was actually putting into my body and fueling it with and going, well, how can I actually expect my body to be performing for me when I'm actually fueling it with such rubbish food? So I made some shifts, made some changes in my diet, and holy crap, the energy levels just shot through the roof. So now my diet consists of a lot of really fresh foods, fresh vegetables, lots of fruits, high protein, because protein actually keeps you sated, keeps your energy levels way more consistent and prevents you from having those crazy spikes in your blood sugar levels and your glucose. So high sugar foods actually create massive spikes in your blood sugar levels, which gives you this massive kick of energy, and then boom, as big as the kick of energy is, the come down is just as big, sometimes bigger. So it kind of, you want to keep your blood levels nice and consistent, but when you're doing that, they're just going like this, spiking up and down. So you eat the sugary food, which brings you up, and then you crash. So you eat more sugary food to bring you back up, and then you crash. And it's this nasty cycle of up and down, up and down. Whereas if you stop doing that to yourself, because you are doing that to yourself, and actually start implementing healthier options of eating, your energy levels and your blood glucose levels will stay much more, consistent. Right? So protein's great because it keeps you sated, it doesn't affect your glucose levels, and you don't have these massive spikes, so your energy levels are much more consistent. So take a look at what you're actually fueling your body with, guys, and see where you can make some positive changes in that, because it has such a massive effect, not just on us physically, but mentally. So food actually affects us up here just as much as it does on our physical selves. So yeah, make some changes. Get rid of the refined sugars, or really cut down. Have your couple of, like a line of chocolate at night if you feel like it, or during the day, but don't eat a whole block. Like, moderation is key, and it is possible. I used to be a massive binger. I loved my sugar binges, but I would completely cut it out of my life and be like, nope, never eating sugar again. And then I would be obsessing about it, and then I would go out and I'd buy a bag of jellies, a big block of chocolate, ice creams, everything, and eat the whole lot in one sitting, then get guilty and feel like shit for it and beat myself up about it and be like, I'm never touching it again, and just repeat the same cycle. So the same cycle would just go on and on and on. Whereas now I have a really healthy attitude around it and a healthy mentality around it, and that if I want to have some chocolate, I will have some chocolate, and it's not a negative thing, it's not the enemy, but it's how much you choose to consume that makes the difference. Alright guys, so yeah, check in with your diets and see where you're at, and make the kind of connection with what you're eating and how you're feeling, and just see if it kind of marries up. And if it does, then make some changes, and implement something that is including more more healthy foods, more fruits, more vegetables, more complex carbohydrates, more proteins to keep you sated for longer. Snack on nuts, seeds. Yeah, there's so many options out there that are good for you, that do taste good. So seriously look into it. All right, guys, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon. All right, bye.